Hey everybody, it's Mitch Portervant, the Urban Fisherman, and I'm just here today. Just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about winter fishing and the some of the things that you need to kind of focus on during the winter time. People often forget, that the fish, their metabolism slows way down in the winter time, and so we need to adapt our presentation to the bass during this time of year. Uh, you know, I fall into that trap a lot of times. We're throwing crankbaits in the wintertime or even jerk baits or things like that. And you tend to want to, reel in, or you even maybe you catch a fish and all of a sudden now you're all excited and you change your retrieval and you start reeling in, significantly faster. And that just, again, it, it defeats the purpose and actually, takes your bait out of that strike zone faster. It's not like summertime when the fish, when their metabolism is somewhat revved up, or spring or fall when they're really actively feeding. Something also that you need to consider when you're making your presentation to the to the bass this time of year is the bait fish. Their habits change as well, and they swim slower, and so like if you're throwing a crankbait, I'm gonna use this as an example. This particular crankbait, if you look at it, its profile's a lot narrower, and so it's going to have a tighter wobble as you're pulling it through the water column, or retrieving it back back towards your reel. Whereas opposed to like a crankbait like this, it's significantly wider. It's going to have a wider wobble. It's going to disperse a lot more water and maybe make some more vibrations, which could help with the fish's lateral lines. But keeping in mind, that this time of year you're going to have to really slow down that presentation, so that may not be as important. Not to say that that particular lure won't work, but you definitely want to typically deal with those crankbaits that have a tighter wobble this time of year. Uh, my partner and I, we're fishing on in a series, a winter series on some of the rivers and lakes here in southeastern Virginia, and we have a tournament this Sunday. And so one of the things I'm going to focus on also, which is important in the wintertime, is to downsize your presentation. This is like a 4-inch grub, and again, sometimes the smaller the presentation, you may not sometimes get some of those giants that you're looking for, but it certainly will uh, help you get that limit. And that's that's always the first goal, or one of your first goal in terms, always to catch a fish. Second goal is to get a limit, and then to start to cull out some of that limit. So that's what we'll be shooting for this Sunday. Another thing we'll use too is the tried and true good old fashioned black and blue jig, with some sort of craw trailer of some sort, and that is always tends to be a real deadly bait this time of year. But again, finesse size sometimes is definitely the way to go. So again, we're real excited about this tournament series. We finished third in our last event, and hopefully in the upcoming event, maybe we can move up a slot or two. So anyways, like I said, just wanted to just talk to you again about how important it is to slow down, this time of the year, and maybe even use like a lower, a reel that has a lower gear ratio versus some of those high velocity reels with the 7-7-1 or 7-3-1 ratios on them. You may not want to go that unless you're very disciplined and you can really focus on reeling slower. So again, that's the main thing I wanted to point out to you guys. Another thing I want to do is just one, let everyone know about the Urban Fisherman mobile app. That's something that we've got new this year, and if you want to, you can go to it's on the Apple App Store. You can go and just type in the Urban Fisherman, or if you have an Android device, you can get that on your go into Google Play and download the app there. Another thing, you can find me on Facebook at the Urban Fisherman, and again, love for fans to post pictures there and things like that. You'll see I'm pretty famous. Copy Jimmy Houston as kind of. I love the fact that he kisses those fish. So as a tribute to Jimmy, I've been doing that. So anyway, so if you can send in your fish kiss pictures, that would be awesome. And also wanted to give a shout out to my sponsor, my main sponsor, which is Squawk Box Marketing. And they're the ones who designed my mobile app, and they do a fantastic job of designing mobile apps. And seriously, if you have a business that is retail, any type of business, as long as you sell something, do something, make something, you would want to contact someone from Squawk Box Marketing and have them design a mobile app for you. It's one of those technologies where everyone's using their smartphones these days, and so it's just a really good idea. If your company or someone who has a company, they may want to start moving towards that that mobile marketing. And so, anyways, you can contact them. It's www.squawkboxmarketing.com, and you can find out a little more information about them. But again, just definitely want to get a plug in for Squawk Box Marketing. Thanks, and we'll talk to you guys really soon.